Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Ask Aphrodaddy. My name is, of course, Aphrodaddy, and I'm joined by my wife, Afro Mama. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been asking you to send in your questions about everything and anything. It didn't have to be parenting related, but most of the questions I got in was, in fact, about parenting, surprisingly,
Surprisingly.
considering that this is a parenting blog. Um, Now, I got a whole bunch of questions that I would love to answer, but my boys are notoriously bad sleepers. So I'm going to keep answering questions until I run out of questions or until the more likely event that one of my boys wake up and I have to end this live stream. So let's see how it goes.
Wait, are we live streaming this?
This is live right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're live on Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
Did I not tell you that?
You did. You may have forgotten to mention that this is live.
That's my bad. It's fine. No one's listening right now, but there will be later on.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question I got in is from Anonymous, and it says, describe your wife in 5 adjectives. Now, question,
Question?
did you send that question in?
No.
Because it's anonymous, but it seems like you may
Maybe
have.
you're just an awesome person who wants to know
Okay.
what you think of me.
Okay, well, I can't give 5 adjectives, but I can give 5 words.
Why can't you give 5 adjectives?
Because I think the 5 words adequately describes what I think of you.
But then you're not answering the question.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It's my podcast thing. Okay, you ready? Here's the 5 words. Way too good for me. Do you want 5 adjectives? Do you want actual 5 adjectives? She's clever, she's caring, she's beautiful, she's a good mother, and she can be a little bit annoying.
Oh, going
that's
so well. So
I don't know,
well.
did I
Maybe we
ruin
should
it?
stop at the first,
Yeah,
the first option.
I told you I shouldn't have had the 5 adjectives. Okay, next question. This is from Fiona. Are you bored? Right now? No.
I don't think we ever have time to be
I
bored.
can't actually. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think of the last time I was actually bored.
Being bored sounds amazing.
Oh man, I wish I could be bored, but I'm not bored. I'm quite excited. There's a lot of cool things happening, and actually in our family right now, there's a lot of cool things happening in the works. A big hello to Mandy and a big hello to Renelle. Thank you for listening. And
People are actually listening to
yeah,
this.
of course.
This is crazy.
And
Hi, guys.
you can send your questions in right now if you want to. Just do it in the live stream. Okay, question number 3. The lights are kind of low because
We have a sleeping baby on my
boy
chest.
2.0 is sleeping right now while feeding. Okay, question number 3. My handwriting is atrocious. How do you cope with 2 toddlers? I have a daughter who is 2 and shoo! That's from Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. How do we cope with 2 toddlers? We don't. We don't cope with 2 toddlers.
No, that's not. I mean, sometimes we cope marginally, but yeah. I think it's. I don't know how much of our story everyone knows, but we didn't really actively choose to have an 18-month age gap between our 2 boys. Oops.
So I think what I mean by not coping is that it is difficult.
Yeah.
Like we don't actually adequately show how difficult it can be a lot of the time. So we have, especially this last couple of weeks, have been quite difficult.
Yeah, it's been a hard time.
With 2 very strong-willed, very chatty, very energetic toddlers. But we're very fortunate, and this is always the thing I go to. We have like a lot of family, a lot of friends, people who care about us and who like jump on board to help us out when we need to. So we have support around us. So yeah, that's how we cope. We have a lot of support around us, and you need, if you can find support structures, like do that. And don't be. I think we had to learn to like be humble.
Yeah.
Just like say yes to help.
Yeah, and there are some really sweet moments, and the sweet moments are becoming more frequent between the boys, and that's been really nice to see, and that kind of motivates us through the hard times.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, the lack of sleep is bloody difficult.
So this next question is from your friend from Austria, whose name I can't pronounce.
Oh, hey, Chuck.
That's not the way you
Yeah,
spell Chuck.
Well, it's Chuck,
It's
and
spelled
it's French.
CHZ.
He's French Canadian.
So it's Chevre.
No, neither of us can speak French. I think we should,
Okay, cool.
just abandon that mission.
So Chuck asks, "Who does your hair?" I think that was meant for me.
I think, well, is no one interested in my hair?
No one cares about your hair because it's too perfect.
Oh my gosh, no, it's so not.
I'll tell you exactly who does my hair. It's this wonderful lady called Mother Nature. It's
And your wife.
Oh, okay. Once in a blue moon, you trim my hair. Like occasionally, you trim my hair.
If I did not trim your hair, it would,
It would be awesome.
it would
I'd
just
be
mat into one big woven blanket.
I would be a Rastafarian.
I just feel like I know you do clarify this every now and then in a random post or something.
Yeah.
But you do wash and care for your hair. It is not like there are no foreign things growing in there.
Yeah. No. I
You
mean, like I keep it
moisturize
clean.
you
And
keep it clean.
my thing is when it starts to get itchy, that's my sign I have to wash
Oh
it.
my gosh, he washes his hair like you wash your hair like twice a week.
Twice every 10 days. Let's go with that.
No. Oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh.
fine. That's the way it has to work. Okay. Here's a question from Christina, who I actually work with
Hi, Christina.
in the big work. My kid's life aspiration is to become a pro gamer. Am I crazy to support it?
I feel like I can't answer this because I've never really got the gaming thing.
Yeah, my wife should have been born in the 1950s. The only problem is that she's married to a coloured guy, so that wouldn't have worked.
That would not have worked
But-
in the 1950s.
But a South African gamer, like in his early 20s, just won 500,000 rand. So there is, and the best gamers in the world get millions, like millions of dollars. So I would say pro gaming is going in the same way as all sports are. And actually, if you think about it, so like pro gamers, they start getting into it at like 16, 17, and they get out of it by their late 20s. Exactly like sportsmen.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I think any parent wants their kids to do something that, that they're good at and that makes them feel good and makes them happy. And so, hey, if your kid's really into it and showing potential.
Yeah. I would ask
Why
myself,
not?
I'd ask myself the question, if this was rugby or cricket or soccer or a science or music, would you support it? And if the answer is yes to any of those, then why not this? If he loves it, then...
Good point. You're very wise.
I'm so wise.
You are wise.
Like a hairy Buddha. That feels insensitive. I'm taking that one back. The other thing I was going to say was that there actually is a big industry, pro gaming industry. So it's not like there's only one or two people who make it big. There's leagues, international leagues and local leagues as well. So thanks, Mandy. I think I'm wise too.
And so humble, obviously.
Yeah, I think I'm the wisest. I'm the most wise and the most humble. Let's ask a question from Ronel, who sent it in right now. The question was, what's your message for a so-called fatherless SA?
Ooh, wow.
Thanks for keeping it light, Ronel.
Wow, Ronald.
Thanks for keeping it light and
we're
airy.
going there.
We're going it deep.
I must say, though, I think...
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Can I just point out that the question was about fatherhood,
No, I'm not...
and the first person to answer would be my wife.
I'm not actually going to answer the question.
Oh, okay.
My thing here around was keeping it deep is that whilst I think people don't realize that we actually do have these deep conversations all the time.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
really? No.
I am not a deep person.
Oh, yeah, no. So I think we're trying to strike the balance here.
Yeah. So really, fatherlessness is a real problem. Is a major problem. All the studies show that households or kids who have an active second parent, which in most families would be a father, are healthier. They're less likely to go into a life of crime. They're less likely to join gangs.
More likely to finish school.
More likely to finish school. If they're girls, less likely to become a to have teenage pregnancy. So fathers are very important. And my message to a fatherless SA would be: you need to do better than the past. You need to do better than the previous generations did. and you can do better because we know better now. So now's our chance to be active, and not just in our own kids' lives, but in the kids around us. To be those father figures for young people around us, to get involved in mentor programs, to find ways to support other families. Yeah.
And I think we can all play different parts in it. I think for men, obviously, the biggest challenge is to you. As the dads, you need to step up.
Totally.
And for those who are aware of it, like yourself and many other great dads out there, to extend that fatherly care to, as you said, to children who aren't even your own, to neighborhood kids and other kids in society, but then also for us as mums, to really encourage the men in our lives to be great dads, and to acknowledge that we have a part to play in assisting that. Not in a sense. I mean, look, hey, as women, we bear enough of the mental load and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not trying to give us a bad rap. I think women.
I think the
onus is on men.
I think 99.99% is on men to step up their game in a big way.
Totally. But what I'm saying is, if you've got a dad who's doing partner doing a good job and trying, like, just keep encouraging him.
Yeah, and also realize that maybe the way he does parenting is different from the way you do parenting, and just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can I just say that this is going on, and I'm currently live feeding, and what's Tiffany saying?
Yes. At the moment, Julie is breastfeeding. This is what being a parent's all about.
Facebook.
Yeah.
In the dark in our lounge. It's very romantic.
So our friend Tiffany from Joburg, ready to pick your brains, tips for flying alone with 4 small children, and I have to drive afterward the flight, so don't say wine. That was going to be my answer.
She knows us so well.
So we recently went to Joburg with our 2 kids.
Yeah,
but there were 2 of us.
Yeah.
And there were 2 kids, so at least there was one of us looking after one of the kids at any one point. 4 kids. I don't have an answer for you, Tiff. Don't be crazy. I think that's the end.
Fly me up with you, and then I'll come on holiday with you and leave Terrence with the boys for the weekend.
Oh, no.
Hey? I think that sounds like a great plan.
Actually, Tiffany likes me more, so I think I should fly with Tiffany.
I'm not flying my husband. No.
What, you don't want me to go on holiday with a pretty blonde? We'll be talking about work all the time.
Shut up. Okay. No, tips for you're a rock star. 4 children. I don't know what I could say that would be like, legal. Drug or 4 thing.
Yeah, I think look pleadingly into the stewards and stewardesses' eyes and say, please just help me.
Yeah. Good luck, Mama.
Baby leashes. Kid leashes.
Yeah, the kid leash.
Oh, wait, kid leashes isn't the right word. What's the right word?
Child-friendly
child harnesses. Child harnesses. Yes, get child harnesses, because then you can actually make sure where all 4 of them are at the same time.
Look, Tiffany said she'd choose me over you for holiday, obviously.
You know what, Tiffany? Friendship over. I am a delight on holiday. I change my socks every 2nd or 3rd day.
Shush. Okay, let's get back to the
question. So Tiffany, we didn't help you much, but I think the child harness thing is a definite win, and they're not that expensive.
Yeah, but your kids are great, and you're a super mom.
Also, is your oldest daughter is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's like a second mama. Yeah,
so do what my grandmother did and get your oldest daughter to look after the rest of the kids. Yeah.
Mandy, oh my gosh, can you imagine Tiffany running through an airport with 4 kids on leashes?
Okay, next question. This is from Candice. I'm going to say some of these surnames because, there's loads of Candices. Okay. This is Candice Preston, who asked on Instagram, can you use your head as a pillow?
Can you use your head as a pillow?
I think no. No, can you use your hair as a pillow?
Hair as a pillow.
Okay, can we? Okay. So I have an afro, and white people, this is the way my hair grows. Okay, my hair is not strange. This is the way my hair is. This is normal hair. For all of you people who cut your hair, who dye your hair, who put your hair up in little frilly things, Your hair is strange. My hair is normal. Okay.
That's one way to alienate.
Okay, my
half the
entire
people
literally my entire audience. Secondly, I'm gonna get out. Just answer all the hair related questions in one go. Okay, so yes, this is my hair. I grew it myself. Second question: no, you can't touch it unless you ask Julie, and in which case she has to give permission. Third question.
Yes, you wash it.
Yes, I wash it.
Yeah.
Fourth question, it took about a year to grow.
Yeah.
And the fifth question, which I always get, is this one. I do use pillows. In fact, I use 2 pillows. The hair's big, but it's mostly air. So the moment I lie down on it, it doesn't support my head. I have quite a big head under all of this.
And when you wake up, it's always flat on one side.
Yeah, okay, you don't have to
funny.
tell all my secrets. Anyway, the steam from the shower sorts that out very quickly. Cool, let's move on. Next question. Okay.
Oh dear.
This one is from Senzo.
Hey, Senzo.
It's your second husband, Senzo. How do you wake up one day and say, I want to have kids, or I want to have a baby? So Julie never had to wake up and have that decision because Julie was born with that in her head. Julie was born with the thought of, I want to have a baby one day.
Well, I wouldn't quite say it like that. That sounds a bit creepy. But yes, I've always known I wanted to have kids.
Yeah, for me, I also never thought to myself, hey, now I want to have kids. It kind of just happened.
Yeah, you weren't particularly...
I wasn't like, yes, let's have kids. I was very much like, oh, this is happening. Cool.
Yeah, but you weren't like, I mean, you weren't very interested in other people's kids.
Yeah, I wasn't...
before we started...
Yeah, I wasn't...
being safety parents and...
Yes, I wasn't actually that keen on having children. I think at some point I would have been okay with never having kids, in all honesty. I think it's okay for me to say that. I mean, I love my boys now. I can't imagine life without them.
Yeah.
But it's one of those kind of happy things where life happened and I kind of just I've kind of always let my life happen despite me, and it's always vaguely worked out most of the time. And the kid and boy 2.0 are one of those happy things that kind of happened because I just kind of didn't think too much about it. You know, so I don't actually...
I thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought for both of us.
Julie does overthink a lot. Senzo, so I don't really have an answer for you, but I think when you know, you know. You know, it's like, how do you know that you're in love? You just know.
How do you know that you're in love, my love?
That's the point. Like, that's my point. Like, you can't, it's not a tangible thing. It's not like, oh, okay, I've ticked the box. Now I know I want to have a kid. I don't think you can necessarily say that. There are certain things you can be like...
Yeah, or maybe some people like that, but you're not.
No, what I mean is... what I'm saying is... Some people can wake up one morning and go, hey, I want to have a kid. Like, now I'm ready to have a kid. They feel that innately, but they can't explain what has changed from one day to another, necessarily.
Okay, I'm following.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like an intangible feeling of like, I want to have a kid. I want to have this new adventure of life, which the mentors make seem so fun, but actually they cry themselves to sleep at night. Cool. Next question. Should we try this? We're still going, and the boys are still asleep.
I know, it's amazing.
This is amazing. Eli is actually asleep right now. If you're hearing like heavy breathing, that's not just me. It's also Eli trying to breathe while having a mouthful of boob. Okay.
Thanks, love.
What? He's feeding right now. He's breastfeeding right now. It's a beautiful thing. It'd be a lot more beautiful if he wasn't here. But okay. How do dads deal with the lack of sleep?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, the question is, how do dads deal with the lack of sleep? Not how do...
Poor dads.
Well, actually, a study last year revealed that dads do get less sleep in the first year of the child being around than the parents do, than moms do.
I would like to see that study.
I read the study and it looked like pretty good. Oh my word. Guys, I have more questions, but the kid is crying. And as per the rules of this, that means we have to end now. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Keep sending your questions through to my Facebook page, AfroDaddyCT on Facebook. You can tweet me at Terrence Mentor, and you can also email afrodaddyct@gmail.com. Send all your questions in about anything, parenting, life, how things work, love, happiness, questions. Next time I do this, I don't think I'm going to have Julie because you talk too much.
What?
Okay, I need to go. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.